I am, Star Starbuck of IgniteRadiance.com, and I am just going to talk to you for a couple of minutes about your intuition. And if you don't know me already, it is my passion, my mission to be able to connect you with what I believe are your greatest heart desires. Your heart, research has indicated that your heart actually knows more than your brain. It is more intelligent than your brain. Isn't that crazy? And it's not so crazy. It is when you connect with that space, you create flow and ease. And when we're disconnected from it, when we're not in alignment with our intuition, our soul calling, our heart desires, we are experiencing greater discomfort, discourse, disconnection, pain, dis-ease. So how do we stay connected? How do we, first of all, get connected to that intuition? We're also one of the only species who will sense danger, or we have a visceral reaction to something, someone, a situation, and we will step into it anyway. So, leading to greater discomfort, greater dis-ease, more pain. So how do we get connected to our intuition? Your body is a communication device, and it is communicating to you at all times. You have heartburn, it's communicating to you. Your body doesn't like specific foods, drinks, what you're putting into it. That heartburn is an indication, and when you aren't paying attention to it, you experience more discomfort. Just one small example. Our can't catch your breath. You can't, you just notice the physical sensations in your body. If we were to do hey Larry, how you doing, sweetheart? If we were to do a body scan right now, and just from head to toe, if you were to close your eyes and just become aware of how your body is talking to you, it is one of the greatest communication devices. So I love that. I love it. Create more love. So how can you, when do you notice listening to your own body? Is that when you lay down at night? Is it when you sit down in the day? Is it out in nature? Listening to your own body and allowing it to speak to you. Hey, good morning, Cleveland. I am in Northern Kentucky, so welcome. How do you connect with your body? How do you listen, tune in to the messages that your body is giving to you? And when you do, when you start to align with those messages, you experience greater ease. So my story with that, I was laying in bed just really angry, woke up just experiencing little people on top of me in my space, felt like I was being invaded all the time. They're my children and I love them dearly. And there were some boundary issues of, them coming into my space and not feeling like I could sleep. And it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I laid this particular story. I laid awake for about an hour and a half. And just the more that I sat there, the more that I got into my head, the more discomfort I felt. And so listening to that space, there's this voice inside my head. So what are you going to do? You're going to either lay here and wake up angry again, because this was a repeated pattern that had been happening for months, or you're going to do something about it. And that particular morning, the thought was, get up and do something about it. Yeah, but what am I going to do? Like, there was this rebellious teenager kind of talking back, if you will. Like, what am I going to do? So the thought was, get up and go for a run. But I'm not a runner. I don't run. In fact, I don't enjoy running. I think runners are born naturally athletes, right? That was the belief that I carried, was that runners were born natural athletes. So that particular morning, I got up and I went for a run. And that run started to helped me to feel more alive. I felt connected. Hey, Yanni, so great to have you here. And as I continued running, I felt invigorated. I felt recharged. I felt connected to my body again. I felt connected to nature. I felt connected to a higher source. I felt disconnected from that pain. And so that is just one small example of me listening to my body. And my guess is that right now there is a message coming from your body. Hi, Yanni. My guess is that there's a message coming from your body that I want you to just connect with. And what would that message be? What is it calling you to do? And it might be calling you to just take a breath. It might be calling you to have a drink of water. It might be calling you to make a phone call. It might be calling you to jump off of Periscope. It might be calling you to share this Periscope. Someone is coming to mind for you who might want to be listening to their own intuition, their own wisdom, their own body messages. The other thing that's coming to mind is, I don't know if you know Elizabeth Gilbert, Eat, Pray, Love. I love following her. And she talks about how her knee was bothering her, and it happened around the time of, in her story of Eat, Pray, Love, she talks about going through a divorce. And when she was going through her divorce, her knee, she started to get this pain in her knee, and she kind of called it her divorce knee, and it was around that time, and she said that this was just her bad knee. She labeled it just like when she talks about it, she's like, just a bad twin, a good twin. Like we label these bad neighborhoods, good neighborhoods, and she labeled her knee, her bad knee. And it just continued to cause her pain. It continued to hold her back from doing things that she really enjoyed, outdoors, in nature, hiking, and being active, physically fit perhaps. And she tells her story of asking her knee. She said, I just had enough one day, and I just felt compelled to speak to my knee and ask it, knee, what is it that you need from me? And her message was, and I want to caution you, this was her message. We all have our own. And her message was from her knee, use me more. Use me more. Go walk. Go exercise me, and I will stop hurting. And she was like, that's crazy, because it's been hurting whenever I go up and down steps. There are times when I don't want to go up and down steps because my knee hurts so badly. So she started doing just that. She started walking. She started running even. And she just went through the Italian Alps with her dad. And she was so, so, so thankful that she paused long enough to listen to that knee and to also speak to it. I bring my clients to having them speak directly to their heart and to listening to their heart. And it's such an emotional, powerful experience. We're dismissing, and it's painful when we're dismissing those messages. It is painful. Think about ignoring someone that you love. Like, do you do that? Is that okay for you to ignore someone that you love? And by dismissing your body's messages to you, you're ignoring someone that needs your love, and that is you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I love that create great more love. So please love yourself enough to listen to what your body is telling you. That's my message for you. My Friday tip. Thanks for sharing this. Thank you for the hearts. You can swipe up if you are on I forget which one it is. Swipe up or swipe over. It's iOS and iPhone. They're two different things, and you can invite other people too. Thank you, Yanni, for sharing. I appreciate it, sweetheart. And thanks for those who are watching the replay. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you taking the time for this, for yourself. Okay, this is never about me. This is about, if we are all doing this, if we're all listening and honoring ourselves in this way, then we're not edgy when we're dealing with other people. We're not edgy when we're sharing space with coworkers, with our children, with our spouses, right? Like, notice when you're feeling discomfort, you bring a different part of yourself, a different aspect of yourself, and it feels removed from the truth of who you are. Yes, like that. Sure, I just want to be clear here. Yes, I have a wide range of who I am, and I meet that full spectrum, right? Like I can be that screaming, frustrated, short mom of 3 children, right? But that's not the essence of who I am. That's not the essence of who I am. I am multifaceted, playful, uncontainable, free spirit, a human sparkler of love. That's who I am. That's who I'm here to express myself as. I'm not here to be an angry, frustrated, sleep-deprived mom. I'm not. Am I going to experience those? Absolutely, because I'm human, right? And honor, acknowledge that when you are, thanks Yanni, when you are honoring yourself, when you're valuing your body and what you're experiencing, when you're taking care of what you need to do, when you're welcome, when you're taking care of what you need to do, you're showing up in the world a different way. Please acknowledge that without shame, without blame of what you've experienced in the past, without guilt, without any attachment. Just acknowledge that when you're taking care of yourself and what you need to do, what you're here for, listening to and honoring the communication that your body is trying to share with you. It's like it's screaming at you. What message is it screaming at you? You know, working with someone for myself recently, I couldn't catch my breath. And she said, Star, what do you need to catch your breath? Like, what do you need? You know, I care for my 90-year-old father-in-law. I care for my children. I care for a business. I am the care provider of a local networking group. I do a lot. And I'm a care provider for this body, right? And I said, she asked me, what do you need to catch your breath? So just check in with your body and notice what it needs. Right now, my stomach is saying you need to have some water. So I'm going to go where I can access some great water to nourish myself. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me. When those hearts to me are an energy exchange. It's not a kitschy kind of a, oh yay, I get hearts. Like, it's not about that. To me, it's about an energy exchange. It's a message that it resonates with you, that my message resonates with me. And when there's the greater resonance, the more, the more it flows, it's able to flow through me. So thank you so much for sharing this space. I really get a lot out of it, and I appreciate your presence and your willingness to have this dialogue and to connect with what's important to you and the message that is there for you. And just, if you would, it's the coach in me. What is it that you're taking away from this? In one word, what part of your body wants your attention right now? In one word. What body part would love for you to just give it some attention today? Time to chat today. Is that what body part? What body part is calling for your love and attention? Would your feet love a massage? Would your back love a massage? Would your hands? You know, we dismiss our feet and our hands, I think, a lot. That's my thing. I love when my hands get a massage. So, okay, I'm going to run. Thanks for playing. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing. Bye.